Hello guys, welcome to another video of Two Guys in a Plane. It's gonna be a slightly different video today. We're gonna be doing a tutorial for ATC24. So the first thing you're going to do once you spawn in at the airport, I'm going to be doing circuits at St. Bartholomew, but you can do it wherever you want. I would suggest a relatively small airport so it's not as congested. But once you spawn in, the first thing you need to do is create your flight plan. So you can go to their Discord server and scroll down to the flight plans channel. Then press /create and then fill in the blanks that prompts you with. So for example, the in-game call sign for us is going to be Apollo 1725. Apollo 1725. And then I'm going to put my call sign as November 975. Let me just make this bigger. And then the aircraft is going to be a King Air 260. I would recommend a small aircraft for these circuits. Flight rules are going to be a VFR since we're flying visually. We're going to be departing St. Bartholomew and arriving St. Bartholomew, and we can do flight level 005, which is 500 feet, and the route is going to be VFR to stay within
Oh my god, bro.
the circuit. Alright. That'll be all. I would recommend having a notebook and a pen to write this all down, or just a sheet of paper. So I would write down things like our call sign especially, and we can write circuits and 500 feet. Next you need to go to the ATC channel and scroll down until you find the latest St. Bartholomew information, and we can see from there. Okay, so it's going to be information delta. It says ground aircraft advise radio check. Okay, so let's write that down. Radio check and information delta. And then you can click on the link for the charts and look at it from there. But that'll be all. And then we can hop into the voice server or voice channel and request a radio check, which is going to sound like November 975. Requesting radio check. St. Bartholomew Tower, in this case, will tell you it's going to be in a scale of 5, so it's going to be something out of 5. For example, really bad, and you need to fix something like they cannot hear you, is 1 by 5. 2 by 5 is slightly better than that. 3 by 5 is like mid. 4 by 5 is pretty good. 5 by 5 is perfect. So we can do a radio check, and then we'll inform them that we have information delta upon requesting the clearance, which will sound like November 975 with information delta at the main apron, a King Air Cessna 402, requesting VFR to stay within the circuit. They'll give us our clearance from there, and we can write down the stuff and read it back. So whenever the frequency is clear, we can request a clearance and go from there. And I'll put a picture on the screen of what a circuit's going to look like, so what you can expect. November 975, St. Bartholomew Tower, requesting a radio check.
The station call sign element.
November 975.
November 975, readability 5 by 5.
Yeah, thanks. And November 975 with information delta at the main apron, type King Air 260, requesting VFR to stay within the circuit.
The 975, clear VFR, expect right-hand circuits runway 09er. So I don't see flight level 015, and contact me for starting taxi.
They were cleared for right-hand circuits, runway 09er, not above flight level 005, and we'll contact you for startup and push November 975.
November 975, not above 015, not 005.
015, November 975. Sorry about that. So we got our clearance there. You can see that, everyone makes mistakes. I've been doing this for a bit. I go on. So you can expect that your clearance might not be the same thing you filed. There might be some changes to it. But yeah, so I would just copy that down, read it back, similar to what they told you, and we can call them for startup and then taxi. November 975, requesting startup and taxi.
November 975, please start by taxi Echo, hold short Alpha runway 09.
Okay, for startup and taxi via Echo, hold short Alpha runway 09 or November 975. If we go over here to airport charts. We can find the taxi charts. So let's find Saint Bartholomew. Where is it? There it is. And so we are gonna be at the main apron right here. He told us to taxi by Echo Alpha, so we're gonna taxi onto here and hold here because he said hold short Alpha for runway 09er. And the next step will be to request takeoff, which will be by saying ready for departure November 975. November 975 ready for departure runway 09er.
November 975 cleared to take off runway 09er. Contact me downwind. Winds are 6 knots, heading 278.
Good for takeoff runway 09er, and we'll report mid downwind. Downwind. November 975. Thanks. So I'll put a picture on the screen to show you exactly where he told us to contact him. So we're gonna turn right after this. November 975, a little bit past downwind, requesting touch and go runway 09er.
975, good for the visual approach runway 09er, contact me on 5.
Clear for the visual runway 09er, and we'll tell you on final November 975. So touch and go is going to be where we quickly touch down and then we take off immediately after. So that's what we'll be doing and just get back into the air. November 975, short final runway 09er.
November 975, clear runway 09er, wind 6 knots, heading 278 degrees. Watch
clear
out
to
for
land.
that cub.
Yeah, no worries. Clear to land runway 09er. November 975 will fly right by him.
I'm taking off.
The most professional, but it worked.
Oh my goodness.
November 975, downwind runway 09er, requesting touch and go.
November 975, big touch and go runway 09er, winds 2 knots, 298 degrees.
Go for touch and go runway 09er, November 975. And November 975, downwind runway 09er, requesting full stop.
975, cleared for the full stop landing runway 09er, winds 2 knots, heading 298 degrees.
Clear for a full stop runway 09er, November 975. Thanks.
American 6139, clear touch and go runway 09er. Caution winds are 15 knots, heading 088 degrees.
That winds have 15 knots.
Take off.
And when you guys vacate the runway, just make sure that you go all the way past this line, or else the runway is still obstructed with your aircraft. So just make sure you move all the way across this line. November 975 at Charlie, requesting taxi to the main apron.
975, taxi via Charlie Echo main apron.
Taxi via Charlie Echo, November 975. Thanks. Yep.
See ya.
So that would be our last transmission to air traffic control, which is going to be taxi. Of course, you should always say thank you right before you log off. But yeah, so if this video helped you, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment and tell me what else you want to see in the future. See ya.